Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. I'm really happy that we have Alex Gill here with us. He's originally from UK, but currently based in Germany. So, yeah, Alex, please introduce yourself and your amazing concept of this agency to our audience.
So I'm Alex, and I run Designflix.eu, and basically created Designflix.eu to be a service that agencies can use to have a full creative team and a creative director at a quarter of the cost that it takes just to have one graphic designer on their team. It came about because I used to run an agency myself. It was just me when I started. I had to outsource. It was expensive, took a lot of time. And if I had Designflix then, I would definitely use it. We offer unlimited design requests. So you pay a monthly fee. We start at $2,400 and you have unlimited design requests. So you have a Trello board. You get to go in there, put in your requests. And the great thing is that every single request has their own creative director. That's usually myself, 15 years experience in the business. And those requests get analyzed, they get reviewed, and they get improved because not everybody that's putting in a design request is going to be from a creative background, marketing background, and have that experience that we can offer to, make what you need better. So we don't just deliver what you want. We actually, analyze your request and then deliver something even better and what you need. That's a small part of it.
Great, great. And you just touched based on what inspired you actually to start this agency. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, please?
In 2012, I was asked to build a creative studio for a marketing agency. So they had some really big clients, including Warner Brothers, Nickelodeon, Discovery Channel, Sky TV in the UK, and they didn't have a creative resource. So they asked me to build up this studio for them. Now, the problem is they didn't have a huge amount of budget to do it. So they were able to pay my salary and to outsource a bit. And it just kept building up and building up because we had so many design requests, but we didn't have the manpower to get it done. So I was going on Fiverr, Upwork, I can't remember at the time which other ones, but every single time I would get 100 CVs, portfolios, didn't even know where to start. You had to look through them. It was hours and hours just to get like one simple website done or one simple, one page, a landing page done or some ads or whatever. So when I moved out of the agency world, I went freelance. I became one of those people working for other agencies, and I saw the same issue over and over again. They were spending hours on the phone just to get me on board, just to get the process going, and that's where Designflix came in. So I decided to create this product, which is unlimited design requests, so that agencies can just have a creative team on hand day and night. They can literally kind of go, okay, today we need something. We're just going to give it to Designflix. They're going to deliver it in 24 to 48 hours. Fantastic. It's reliable. They know the service and they build a relationship with us because we have this personal relationship. It's not just you put a request in and you never hear from the person and they just deliver it back. You have a creative director with the experience to communicate with you and have a conversation about, what you need, what your clients need, and all of that.
Great. And so, what are the benefits of having a creative director on board?
Oh, absolutely massive. Like I underestimated it when I first had, the studio. I thought being called a creative director was just some fancy title. I was one of those people that was like, oh, what do they actually do? Um, the problem is that most agencies will have an idea of what they want to achieve. So they'll go, oh, we want to reach this many people. We want to, rebrand because we want to start targeting a younger audience. But they don't have the knowledge of how. They don't have the experience of looking at, marketing campaigns over 15 years and putting it all together to know what works best for different niches, what works best for different audiences. So a creative director will look at something, it will look at a problem, and then go, okay, well, here are the possible solutions. And also know how to test it. So also know, okay, well, we can test this with this audience, we can test this with this audience. And then we can work on what's going to work best for your agency. And that doesn't come just like that. It doesn't come to somebody in HR, account managers. They have their own expertise. I have assistants and things that look after certain stuff because I'm not good at it. So for me, it's having the right person for the right job. And that's why a creative director is so important, for agencies, because if they don't have one, they're just going to churn out the same stuff over and over again.
And who is your sort of ideal client, the companies that you can actually help the most, or you're helping the most? Can you describe
Yeah,
those, please?
so we don't limit ourselves to like one type of client, but we do seem to have two types of companies that come to us. So the first one is agencies, especially ad agencies. So those that are doing social media advertising online, they are masters in what they do in terms of putting together ads, even copy, putting together what they need, and they just need the creative. So it's about bringing their ideas to life to the people that they're advertising to. Quite often these ad agencies have 20, 30 clients that they're doing ads for. So to have this unlimited service, they can be on one of our premium packages and be able to have 4 or 5 requests going into the system at a time and be able to serve multiple clients. The other client that we have is companies that have a particular product. Now, that product is quite often online services in terms of coaching or trading. So trading's a really good example. So there's quite a lot of people that are teaching how to trade at the moment. They have a platform, so be it webinar, be it a school, be it a Facebook group, but they don't have a brand. They don't have anybody to create their new book cover of their how to trade and all that kind of stuff. They don't have somebody on board to help them with the creative process to bring this idea to life. Now, that's an example of trading, but there's a lot of examples out there of people that have got these products that are usually service products, and trying to get it out there to the audience in a creative way.
Great. And what's your goal for your business for next 3 years?
Wow. I mean, just in the next 3 months, let's in the next 3 months, we're trying to double in size, and what that involves is bringing on new clients and also bringing on new members of the team to help with the design requests. Now, the reason that we want to do that, but we want to do it in a way where we don't want to grow too fast. And the reason being is that we deliver a really personal service. So every single client that we have, we talk to. We've actually become quite friendly with most of them, and we have a very personal relationship with the clients. So it's not one of these factory churning websites where you can go on, you put your request in, and you just get what you asked, you get back. There's no an analyst, there's no creative back and forth. It's just oh, I want this. Okay, great, fine, that's it. You know, so we want to grow, but grow in a way where we can still deliver this level of service. So the idea in the next 3 months is to double in the size of clients that we have at the moment, and when we go from there, we're going to be looking at doubling again. And the way that we do it is bringing on clients, quite selectively. So we look at the clients that, we have as perspectives, and we bring them on selectively. So not everybody gets to work with us, because some clients we know just aren't going to work because of the way that they work. But yeah, we want to be able to help as many agencies as possible.
Wonderful. And if someone actually wants to find out a little bit more about you, connect to you or your business, how they can do that?
So there's two ways. One is go to Designflix.eu. There you'll see our webpage. You can follow me on Facebook as Alexander Stevens. That's Stevens with a PH. And on my Facebook, you'll see every day posting about the importance of things like a creative director, how you can help your agency by expanding the creative team without having to spend and we're talking tens of thousands of dollars that people are spending each month on staff costs, on benefits, on healthcare. And yeah, so we kind of break that down. You also have a little bit of fun because I am English, so you have my British sense of humor. But yeah, you can go to Designflix.eu. We have all our pricing on there. You can book a meeting, and that's the best way. Just book a coffee, have a chat. Not everybody that I talk to is going to be a client. You know, sometimes we're not a good fit. Sometimes it's just not the right time for them. But at least you would have made somebody that you can always ask for advice. And that's the thing. We're a very open company. We help a lot of people just because they're friendly and they're nice. They want to talk to us, you know, and sometimes they become clients. So that's how we like to work.
Totally. And just before we finish, like, what would be your like final tip that you can share with our audience in terms of finding someone to help them with designs, or deciding who they're going to work with, or just like any advice on like how design actually can help
Yeah.
build their brand?
I think there's two things. One thing is knowing that what you want is not necessarily always what you need.
Hmm.
Now, you need to find the right person that can tell you that. You know, there's some people that will just deliver exactly what you've asked for. And that can be great for you to, you know, a quick fix in terms of, ah, yeah, fantastic, I got what I wanted. But if you really want to grow your company and grow your agency, you need to know what you actually need, you know, not necessarily what you want, you know. And the other thing is finding somebody that you can actually build a relationship. And the reason I say that is it's not just for your own brand, also for your clients. The best creative solutions that you get is when somebody actually cares about what your company does, cares about, you know, what your clients do, and can relate to it in a way to be able to go, okay, well, I understand that this company needs X, Y, and Z, therefore I can avoid everything else and deliver what you need. And that takes time, and value that, because time is so important. It takes time to build on those relationships, but put that effort in, put the money into it as well, rather than trying to find that quick fix just to get the, you know, the quick thing that you need and want.
Totally. Alex, thank you so much for sharing these great tips with us, and also your journey and
Yeah.
the ideas. And thank you all for watching and listening to this episode. And see you in the next episode.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.